Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Average Gentleman's Podcast. We're back.
What's
for
going
another
on?
week. How's everybody doing today?
Fine and dandy.
Fabulous. I leave for Disney tomorrow evening, so I'm fucking happy.
Nice. How long are you going to Disney for?
Just till Tuesday. We're leaving Friday night, tomorrow night, and then we get back on Tuesday night. So it's a quick trip.
Gotcha.
So
Where are you staying?
Very excited. This trip we're at Saratoga Springs. One of the Disney vacation clubs, actually, where the vacation club points that I own are in Saratoga Springs. The ones that my family inherited from my parents. So,
nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful resort. I mean, yeah, it's great. I'm very, very excited to be staying there. It's my least favorite one, honestly, on Disney property. But it's like, a bad day fishing is better than a good day at work, right?
Yeah, you can't really complain.
You can't really complain.
No complaints here at all.
Yeah.
But again, you can, it's a joke that a comedian made, there's the difference between good and better. You could be, a good guy doesn't beat his wife, but a better guy only beats his wife half as much as his brother. So you have to. It's the inverse of it, Yeah. But so even in the best of things, someone has to be the worst, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Very true.
Well, I'm flying out to Stockholm, Sweden, on Saturday, and probably coming back. So I am coming back on Friday the 3rd.
I was gonna say you're not gonna come home.
Yeah.
I was like, I know Sweden is inviting with all those needle boxes on the wall and everything, Ramsey.
Are things getting that bad?
Pull my hair out. Just stay there. Hair's already falling out. It's all right.
I don't know. I love you, Rams, but if you told me you wanted to make your wife disappear, I'd have to question you on that one. I love your wife too.
It's all making sense now. We had this set up so we don't have to actually meet in person anymore.
Yeah, there you go. Right now,
it's all been a plot.
Right now, it's 3-4 in the morning in Stockholm, so can make it work.
I don't know. I've been watching Jack Ryan at night with the wife. Watch a couple episodes every night.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not a CIA agent and you're going overseas?
That's exactly what's going on. No, travel hasn't been too bad.
You're brown. You would fit in that part of the world. I'm just saying.
Not in Sweden. They're whiter than white.
Sweden's your cover story. You're not really going to Sweden. You're going to Iraq, Afghanistan.
Oh, is that what
assassinate somebody?
Yeah. That's what it is. Gotcha.
It's your cover story, Sweden. Come on.
So, but yeah, actually, speaking of Sweden, so since our YouTube channel is technically live right now, hosting some of our episodes, I think I'm gonna try and do a travel vlog video and see how that goes. Cool. So this is the first trip that I'm taking since we've had the YouTube channel, I think. So I figured, why not give it a shot?
Let's both do it, but let's do it from the two different perspectives, and then we can do a collaborative talking point thing together.
Yeah.
So you can do it as as a solo guy by yourself, and I can say what's like doing a family, Disney versus work. Could be a fun little compare and contrast.
Yeah. And I'm actually thinking about, I haven't decided if I'm doing it yet. I really do want to do it. I want to bring my drone with me, at least a small one, to Sweden, and fly it around, take some nice footage of the city and kind of do some night shots and stuff like that. But I was looking
How's all the laws there with
That's
it.
exactly what I was saying. I was looking up some of the local laws. Flying the drone shouldn't be a problem. It's the same kind of laws apply here. The only issue that I seem to have that I would have to do before I do anything else after I come home is apply for a permit in order for me to share any kind of video or photos that I end up taking with the drone. And I'm talking about like sharing on Facebook, sharing on Twitter, sharing like anything like that. I need to get a permit.
Wait, what?
Yes. So if I take my drone to Stockholm and I fly it around and obviously you're recording video, you're taking photos, whatever, before you're allowed to share it publicly, you need to get a permit from the Swedish government. This is from their website.
So what's the difference between that and taking video with your phone?
I don't know.
I mean,
you can
get into a lot,
but
you can get into a lot of places with a drone. You can't get into a cell phone.
Well, you can say the same thing about a cell phone. You can't fly a cell phone into a restaurant or into a hotel or.
No, you can, but again, I think it's more. It's not necessarily an invasion of our privacy they're worried about. It's you going over a military installation and taking a picture. So it's easier for a government to say everyone has to do something, as opposed to having to police just people who do something wrong.
No.
So I mean, it's easier for the Swedish government to say no one can do it. So that way there can be no appeals. Well, how come Ramsey could do it, but I can't do it?
Yeah.
So if you just say no one can do it, then you cover your ass.
Yeah, I guess. And plus, since, I have to travel there for work, I don't want to be on the bad side of the government.
That's probably a good fucking idea.
Yeah. So if I do decide to bring it, so it'll probably be a last minute call if I do bring it. If I do, I'll let you guys know and see how it goes. But it shouldn't be an issue. I've seen other people bring them in, and I'm bringing the really, really small one, so it's as big, maybe even smaller than my phone. So it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, I think it should be fine. I mean, again, it's just their way of covering their ass.
Yeah.
So they can deny anyone that don't want to have a permit having a permit.
Yeah, basically. But then I can just keep those pictures
but do you have to get the permit before you go?
No. So this is after. Like this is this
do
would
they
be,
review the video?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's one of those things. Like if I took it for myself and kept it personal, it shouldn't be an issue. I shouldn't have to apply for a permit. But if it's one of those things where I need to, or not, I need to, but I decide to.
That would have to be it because you have it,
right?
So whether you post it somewhere or not, you still have it.
Well, yes. So for me, it should be fine. But if I decide to, do an edit and make a YouTube video or post a picture on Facebook or on Twitter, and they see it and they find it and they trace it back to me, then I get in trouble.
Yeah. So here's a couple things. One, are they really going to be tracing back to you? Fucking thing.
No, is it worth? Is it worth?
It's not worth it. You're right.
It's not worth the risk.
But here's the bigger question, right? With you have to apply for this permit to be able to show the footage.
Yeah.
If they have to watch this shit, man. Like how else would they know what's on it?
Yeah, I guess.
You're probably going to submit the whole, and that's going to be. I mean, depending on how much video. How long does the drone last?
One battery. I mean, the small one's going to be 12 minutes.
So 12 minutes, and how many gigs of data is 12 minutes of footage?
Oh, I mean, I would just bring like a 32 gig card.
But if they have to review it.
If they review it, I can just send it to them over Dropbox.
You throw up to Dropbox.
That's something.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's not like I'm bringing like a terabyte of, and I don't expect to be flying it every night or whatever. It's going to be, and it's going to rain most of the time when I'm there. At least that's what the weather says. So I may have like one good night of flying.
And more and more like Jack Ryan. I'm bringing a drone.
I can't even say it's going to be a good night because the battery only lasts 12 minutes, and I think I'm only bringing one battery. So
what is it? What does the permit cost?
I didn't even check.
What's the penalty?
I didn't check that either. I mean, I'm not even going to look up the penalty, and
Well, Yeah, if you're gonna,
if I'm gonna apply for the permit,
absolutely look at the penalty. Why wouldn't?
But if he's gonna apply for the permit anyway, for curiosity, I would. But
exactly. So we have something to talk about in this fucking show. This is what we do. Everything is content. Look up the fucking penalty.
All right, let's look it up now.
You don't gotta do it right now. I'm just saying.
Well, might as well. We're talking about it.
This is true, and it's 2020.
It is
live podcasting.
Speaking of live podcasting, you said you were thinking about doing a YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
What are our thoughts on? I know this is probably not a live conversation, but it might be. It might be good to see if we can get some feedback from people. What if we did like Rogan does and live stream this shit? Maybe not every episode. Maybe, we play around with it. What do you guys think? What do our listeners think? The people who are here on minute, I don't know, what are we on, like 15 right now? Maybe less than that. Yeah, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Maybe we ask you guys now as opposed to the end. What do you think? Do you want to see our ugly mugs?
I don't
want to see my beard. Yeah, I know, because I don't have any good quip or witty thing to say. I'm sorry.
The first.
It is. I was gonna go with something, and the 3 seconds happened, and I realized I wasn't gonna get out in time, so I just owned up to it. It happens.
I don't mind doing the whole live thing, but I think that would be something that we would have to do when we're together rather than doing like a remote thing. It would
make
most sense at like an event.
It might be fun doing like the whole I don't know what the name of the show is on whatever channel it is, but it's like a political show where it's like 6 people just Skyping in the screen yelling at each other.
I've seen that before, but I wouldn't do that. I would rather just do the in-person live, and it would work best if we did with an interview. Like we have a guest on the show, which we haven't done in a while, by the way, which we need to be doing soon.
This December kicked my ass, man. I'm sorry. And January has been much better.
Yeah, I know. Same here with me. But yeah. So, anyways, I couldn't find the info on what the penalties are and all that BS, how to apply and blah, blah, blah. So, I will figure it out. And if I decide to bring the drone and let everyone know.
Why wouldn't you bring it anyways? You said, like you said, the whole thing is how fucking big, the size of a cell phone.
Yeah, but I would put it in a case so I don't damage the camera. Like there's this little small styrofoam case.
But even that is the size of what, like a Tolkien book?
A little bit thicker than a book, yeah.
Like a Lord of the Rings book,
Big
novel is probably the size of that case.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Put it in the bag.
We'll see. It depends on what else I'm going to be bringing with me. Because I'm going to have the tripod, the microphone, all that other bullshit.
Everything you're saying, more and more like a spy. Are you going to be like torturing people and filming and investigating it now?
Of course. That's the whole idea.
Fucking A, that's my boy.
All right. Anyway, let's move on. So last weekend was UFC 246. I didn't watch. I actually fell asleep. I started to watch and then I couldn't make it to the Conor fight, so I ended up having to rewatch the replays the next day. But
anyone else notice Conor looked like an AIDS victim now? Like
no, he actually he put on a lot of weight.
No, he looked. I'm sorry, I said it backwards. That he looks like he beat AIDS.
Oh.
Like he's a recovering AIDS victim. I said it backwards.
Oh, okay. You're talking about from when he was down to like 140.
Yeah, when he shredded himself down to like nothing.
Yeah,
yeah. They showed a side by side picture of that.
Yeah, that's the picture I was referring to. Yeah.
That was like ridiculous. That's like 2% body fat. I mean, ridiculous.
I got more body fat than that, and this take a shit I take every day. 2% body fat.
I mean, it was ridiculous. How much. How
so
horrible he looked. Yeah. I mean, but he fucking kicked ass.
That's all cutting to get to the weigh-in. They say like even after they weigh in, like they can put on like another 10 pounds before the actual fight.
Overnight. Yeah. Because
just by drinking water, I'm sure he's like just absorbing it.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you're weighing in like that, like again, I had to do it for, like, I think I tried to wrestle one season in high school. I got like the tryouts, and we had to sweat down our weights and everything. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not going to put myself in a black garbage bag, sit on a bicycle for 8 hours just to sweat out everything I have in me. I'm like, I'm okay with who I am.
Yeah. Actually,
and like it's so terrible for your body. Like, it just destroys you.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. So, not that I'm doing something similar to that, but I've been running a lot lately at the gym. But I'm wearing like 2 sweatshirts and sweatpants, and I'm doing like 3 miles in like 45 minutes.
But
I thought you were gonna say you're getting the wear the sauna suit.
No, I thought about it.
But that's different.
No, I know it's different. I know it's completely different. I mean, the garbage bag altogether is ridiculous.
Are you drinking? Are you drinking water while you're doing it?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking pass out if I don't.
Are you having a protein shake as soon as you're done? Like, it's
no. Yeah, that I'm not.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
You're doing the right things while you're working out.
Yeah.
Cutting weight is not the right thing to do.
Oh no. You ever? I mean, there's been horror stories at those UFC fights. I mean, even boxers go, talk about how crazy it is. But listen, I can't believe fucking 40 seconds in the first round.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I was gonna try to look for it the day after, and then I saw 40 seconds. I'm like, I'm not even gonna waste my time. I'm gonna waste my time trying to find this, and it
just find it on YouTube. They've had it on YouTube.
Yeah, but at that point, I didn't even care.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks.
Trying to look for it.
It really sucks.
Well, here's the duality of it, right? So, if you're paying for the pay-per-view, you obviously don't want to have a 40-second fight because you just dropped $70 on it, right? What was it? Right, so you're paying $2 a second to watch this fight, essentially.
Yeah.
Right, but at the same time, you kind of want to see the guy go down fucking quick, right? Like,
no, not really.
Like,
I think with this fight, with this fight specifically, I wanted to see how long he would last because he put on so much weight, and when he's less weight, he's gassed much more quicker. So we wanted, we was kind of, because especially who he was fighting, I mean, it's not like he's an easy knockout, but he can put up a good fighter. He can hold his own for a little while. And I was kind of thinking maybe they would make it into the second round, and then Conor would start slowing down, and then Cowboy would kind of pick it up. But fuck, 40 seconds.
I don't think anyone wants to see a 40-second fight.
No.
See, I disagree. Like, I'm the asshole that will go watch figure skating in the Olympics, waiting for, like, I see a triple axel, I'm like, wow, that's great. If I see someone eat it hard, I'm like, that's my fucking victory.
Okay, I'll give you this.
Right?
I'll give you this.
You can still get that in the 4th round.
But if this fight had gone just, what's an average fight for UFC? 3-4 rounds, we'll say.
Probably. There's some that are 3 and some that are 5.
So we'll say 5 rounds, right? So let's say it went 4 rounds or 5, it goes all 5 rounds and it's decided on a technicality or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that fight. I'm sorry. I want to see it. I'd rather see a 40, and we wouldn't be talking about it. I want to see that again. It's
but are we talking about it because it was such a good fight, or are we talking about it because it was so short?
Yeah, we're talking about it because it's so short.
Yeah, we're talking about it in a negative way.
But are we look at like Muhammad Ali, right? And look at the great boxers we'll use, right? Because boxing's been around for a lot longer.
Yeah.
You talk about how great of a fighter they were, but you talk more about those rare occurrences, right? Those, the big fights, the big things that.
See, that's fight. That's where I agree with you. That's where I agree with you. Where it's a rare occurrence. When it's a rare occurrence, yes, and it's a shock. There's a shock value to it. Yes, I agree. Those fights are what you're looking for. That's why I also
think it's a little different now because we're looking at that from a historical perspective.
Yeah. So like
in the moment, I guarantee that people didn't want to see a quick fight.
Yeah, but I think
the moment doesn't matter. History is what matters.
No,
right?
I think what you're looking for, what you were looking for, is like that 5-second knockout where it was Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah,
did the flying knee to Ben Askren and fucking knocked him out.
As soon as he came out.
As soon as he came out, 5 seconds, boom, done. Like something like that. Yes, just like one of Conor's fights when he fought Jose Aldo. Same thing.
Yeah.
Knocked him out within like 13 seconds. Same exact thing. This is a little different. I think this is because it's his return. He's in a different weight class now. And, he's going up against someone who fucking, he did like 12 fights last year alone, and Conor's only done 12 fights in his entire career, So and the one thing that sucks is that I feel bad for Cowboy Cerrone. So he was like, he gets 200,000 for showing up and he gets an additional 200,000 if he won. Conor got fucking like 13 million.
He's the draw.
I know, but still, that was a money fight. You could have fucking give Cowboy Cerrone a little bit more money than that.
Even friggin' McGregor got more when he fought Mayweather.
McGregor got what? Fucking, he got more at the Mayweather fight than he did this fight.
He did, but how much more did how much more did he get?
Who, Mayweather?
Yeah,
Mayweather got like fucking like 50 million or some bullshit like that. No, I get it. That I get.
But it's the same thing. So Mayweather was the draw for that fight. McGregor was the draw for this fight, right? I mean, he's the bigger name. He's the shock jock of UFC, right? He's the Rock of the UFC.
I wouldn't say that, but okay, I get what you're saying. Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
but I also think too, with Mayweather and McGregor, they're both worldwide known names. I don't think Cowboy Cerrone isn't that popular. I don't think
he's more of like he's popular. He's more of a well-known guy. But he's like the UFC jobber. Put it that way.
Yeah, if you ask the average person if they know who Floyd Mayweather is, Conor McGregor is, and Cowboy Cerrone,
there was a time when there was a time when Mayweather wasn't Mayweather and McGregor wasn't McGregor. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it may have just taken this guy a couple more years. Like Rodney Dangerfield didn't become a comedian until he was 40.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that this guy can't. I'm not saying that he can't get that.
But
right now he's not.
Yeah, but that's the saying. You're no one until you aren't. Right?
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, he's not gonna make it to McGregor status. He's already 36. I'm not saying he's not going to make it there. Yeah, but he holds some kind of statue at UFC because he's got some kind of records or whatever, and I forget exactly what it was, but he's definitely a jobber for UFC, and he'll pick up any fight. He'll just whatever, just I guess for the cash. I don't know. Who knows?
What is he? Is he the Brooklyn Brawler of?
Yeah, basically, UFC? That's exactly what it is.
I was thinking the Bayonne Bleeder. I'm like, in like 25 years, he could be working as a liquor salesman, driving a Cadillac from the 80s, and reliving his glory days.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's the Brooklyn Brawler of UFC. That's exactly what it is. So, yeah. Well, I mean, whatever. Listen, he may have another 2-3 years under his belt and then call it quits. But he's never going to get McGregor status unless like the next year. I mean, right now he's suspended until he gets cleared because the ridiculousness of his injuries right now. Somehow, Conor McGregor with his shoulder broke this guy's nose, and then his orbital socket is like completely destroyed. I'm like, how the fuck did? Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? So they basically suspended him, suspended Cowboy Cerrone, so that he can't accept any other fights until he's fully healed. Because like last year, he, like I said, 12 fights.
That's pretty bad. He got suspended because you got your ass kicked that bad.
Yeah, I know.
But you understand it, right?
No, of course. The
UFC fighters are that fucking crazy that they would just keep fighting with a busted orbital socket.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're in it for the money.
Get it. I don't know. It's not me, and I'm not letting my son do it.
I actually know someone that he's a martial arts instructor out in California, and his son is going to be competing in Bellator soon, I think. I think it'll be his first fight back since I think he had knee surgery sometime a year or two ago, and so I think it's his first fight back. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll ping him and find out. Maybe we can get him on the show.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, see how he's holding up, how he's training, how he's doing. We'll see.
But before we get off McGregor, we got to talk about the huge bet.
Oh yeah.
The $1 million loss on the 42nd fight.
Dan Bilzerian fucking put down $1 million on that Cowboy Cerrone would, beat McGregor. Fucking lost $1 million in 40 seconds.
Wow. Like,
it's
good for him that he can do that shit, man. But fuck you too.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, you could have fed like Detroit for like a month.
I mean, I thought about putting like, $100 down just to see what would happen.
What were the odds?
I don't remember. I forgot to look.
I try not to look at that stuff because I used to have a problem, guys. I used to lose whole paychecks in Atlantic City.
Oh, Jesus.
Used to do like $1,000 football pools for like Super Bowl boxes and shit.
Now you can do it straight from your phone.
What was that?
I said now you can do it straight from your phone.
Yeah, it's even easier.
All things I'm aware of, but I know my wife gets the credit card bills, so I know that if I start charging for what was it, Betfair Casino, the one you see in the commercial every fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it because I'm going to lose my house and I'm going to become a statistic.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm good. But yeah, it's crazy. A million. Jesus Christ.
$1 million. Yeah.
40 seconds. Oh my God.
Good for him that he's
able to do it.
That he's able to do that.
What does that feel like the next day when you wake up? Because I imagine after it happens, you just have to you blackout drunk. You're going and you're buying, like fucking not even good vodka anymore. You're going to get like Leeds fucking pints of vodka.
I had to. If this guy lost $1 million and he's worth $100 million, it probably isn't that big of a deal to him. If he lost $1 million and he's worth 1.1 million,
yeah,
it's got to be sickening.
I understand that there is a relativity to losing money. That you and me losing $20 is like is supposed to be rationally the same thing, right? Because of the amount of money he has. But fuck, when you get numbers that big,
yeah,
just on principle alone, I'd be like,
maybe I'll do like
walls
$1,000,
and crashing my car out of anger, like.
Yeah, and he just shrugged it off like it was nothing. But he also he play World Series of Poker and all that bullshit. He was a big poker player, so
I get it. I understand. I had a gambling problem. I get all these things.
Yeah,
but even when you
lose, it still stings.
Even if I went down to say I went to AC back in the day and I had like $500 I had put aside, I had saved, that I had expected to lose for the weekend.
Yeah.
If I lost that in 40 seconds on the first hand because I got I'm playing Texas Hold'em, I get pocket aces, and I go all in and I lose it, I am still angry. It's
yeah.
It's $1 million fucking dollars. I don't care how.
So do you think it would have been better for him if the fight lasted 4 minutes?
I think for his,
I don't think he gives a shit.
his cent per dollar lost, a minutes or minute per dollars per minute lost, he would have enjoyed himself a little more, I guess.
Yeah,
but
I don't know
because there would have been more ups and downs. So would have had more. It's just crazy. $1 million, man.
$1 million. Oh well. I mean, good for him.
100%.
I hope someday that I'm in a position where I can blow $1 million on a fight.
I'm hoping I'm in a position where I can have $1 million and I just won't blow it on a fight.
Well, that too.
Yeah, if I had that kind of money to just blow, I'd be on an island somewhere. I'd be Epstein before he killed himself. Well, maybe not because he was a child molester and all that stuff. But I would have my own private island.
All right, that'll work.
I almost just compared myself to Epstein. Wow.
I think you need more than $1 million for a private island, though.
A real small island.
First of all, I believe there is an island off the coast of Costa Rica that was for sale a couple years ago for like $300,000. That's one. Number two, I said if I had enough money that losing $1 million wasn't an issue.
Okay.
So it's just so fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, it's so nuts.
And you were bitching last week about like a month ago, you forgot to cancel the
watch thing,
subscription, the watch subscription that you for the extra $100 because you're like, oh, I don't get the extra 50% off that I got the first month.
Yeah. God damn it. So speaking of the watch,
did I segue into the watch? Look at that.
He did.
Look at that.
He did. So speaking of the watch, so the new one finally came in. And I'm actually been recording some videos on it for doing the actual YouTube review. It's not bad. It's definitely heavier than the last watch, which was the Charles Hutton. It's nice. It's got a nice red face. The band itself, it was a fucking pain in the ass to kind of get it sized right. It took me probably a good hour and a half to kind of, so it didn't come with a tool. I had to go get another tool because the one that came with the Charles Hutton watch, I ended up breaking.
Most watches don't come with a sizing tool.
Yeah,
I went and bought. I spent like $50 on a good set, and I have like the little hammers, all the different screwdrivers, the things to check the jewel, yada.
Yeah. So I bought one for like $10, like a small kit, just to kind of. It's got a little stand. It's got the hammer. It's got the little picks to kind of knock out the rods and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I finally got it sized, and it's a nice size. It's pretty much the same size. So it's 44. I have the specs up right here. It's 44 millimeter face.
It's an automatic. I saw that. It's got the clear back, so you can see the mechanism movement on it.
Yes. Which is actually, it's pretty nice. That's probably the first one I've ever had that has the clear back that's showing all the mechanisms and all that gears and all the good stuff. So I thought that was pretty nice.
No, it's cool to see how it works. I have a couple of those where you can see, all the inner workings, how the perpetual watches work.
Yeah.
Just make sure with that you need to wear it on a regular basis, or you need to at least shake it like once a month.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it has the self winder in it, and if you don't, it could fuck the watch up if you don't use it for an extended period of times.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Because all the shit will not move, and the oil will not be going through it right. So I mean, again, it's going to take probably years for any real damage to happen.
Yeah.
But it's just always a good rule of thumb. If you have an automatic watch, they either buy a winding box that automatically turns on for like 5 minutes a day and just basically rotates and shakes it to keep it wound, or just remember to wear it a couple times a month.
Oh, see, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're all about here, man.
Yeah.
How's it feel? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel cheap?
No, it actually feels real heavy, like real nice and heavy, heavier than the other watch, which is pretty nice. And
that's always nice. Like, I remember the first time I put on a heavy watch, because I used to have like the cheap shits.
Yeah,
and you put it on, and you're just like, this just feels right.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely heavier. The case face is actually about the same size, so it's 44 millimeter. And it's got this, I guess, sapphire coating on the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
A little magnifying glass for the over the date.
Mm-hmm.
And 200 meters water resistant.
Yeah, the sapphire is just the glass, the crystal they use on top of it.
Yeah, and I believe the sapphire coating is also on the back of it.
Okay. It's sapphire coating or sapphire?
It says mineral crystal with sapphire coating.
Yeah, so that's how they cut costs on it. Like,
yeah, of course.
Higher end watches will have more sapphire essentially.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a watch that's made like for like it's some like $1 million crazy watch that's entirely out of sapphire.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
it's like, and it doesn't look like a regular watch. It looks like a globe sitting on your wrist. It's not made to wear.
Yeah. But listen, so far, I like it. It's not bad. The red kind of threw me off because that's not really something that I would normally wear, but
it makes a statement.
It does, and I'm probably gonna take it with me to Stockholm and just try it out, and wear it for the first time over there and see how I like it. And that's it.
Now that you've got some other watches besides your Apple Watch, because that was what you were wearing pretty much every day for a while, right?
Yeah.
So I had this problem when I was still wearing my Apple Watch, that every day I didn't wear the Apple Watch, I missed it less. And then I just became like I didn't need it.
Oh, like the Apple Watch? So
my Apple Watch won't even turn on anymore because I haven't used it in so long.
So I don't wear these watches like every day. I normally wear the Apple Watch every day because most of the time I'm like going to the gym and I'm trying to I want to meet certain goals with my daily fitness and all that stuff. But I have worn them for certain things. So if I'm like going out to a work function or a work dinner or meeting with clients and stuff like that, I'll put the Apple Watch away and I'll wear the nice watch. So I did that for the last few events, and I did it with the Charles Hutton watch. So now I got this new one. So the new one's called Jerome Lamar's.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
My stomach was making me burp. I apologize if anyone heard my gastrointestinal issues. At least it's coming out that side, not the other end, guys. So.
That's true. So yeah, so this Jerome...
our listeners can't smell it. So even if,
and I'm back to a perfectly tight butthole too, just in case you guys are wondering.
Oh, good.
Oh, I can sleep at night now. I was worried about that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Ramsey.
No, it's okay. So now I'm gonna kind of switch it up with both of these watches. One I'll take with me this time, and then the next one I'll maybe switch off or see kind of how I like them both. Now I'm up in the air whether I should cancel the subscription or should I just do it one more time and see how it goes.
This is how I got into trouble gambling. One more hand. I can get back from this. One more hand. I can get out of this hole.
Well, it's not that it's one more. So it's another 3 months from now.
I'm just fucking with you.
So another 3 months from now.
When do you have to cancel it?
I can cancel it probably.
To think about it.
Yeah, I have time to think about it. I have probably till the week before to cancel.
Okay, right now, put an alert in your phone for 2 months from now for Watch Gang, because you're gonna forget. I can't tell you how many subscriptions I paid for.
Oh,
for
yeah,
6 months.
Yeah,
because I forget about those fucking shits. Again, $100 you're gonna catch in your checking account.
Yeah,
but those $7.99s, $8.99s.
Yeah, those come up quick and those fuck you up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about it and sit on it and see how I feel about it. Getting another one.
So here's my question for you. The first watch you got.
Yeah.
You got the, say, 3 months ago, essentially, right now, right?
Yep.
How many times have you worn it?
Let's say about 10 times.
Okay. I was going to say, if it was any less than 10, I would tell you not to do it, because let me phrase it. I was going to either tell you to start wearing them more or to not waste your money.
Yeah. Because
if you're just getting them to wear them every, one watch for 7-8 months at a time, again, I went down this hole and I spent a lot of money on watches.
Yeah.
Decide what you want to get and stick to it, because it gets so easy when you walk into an Invicta store and it's like, I want this one, or you're watching Shop NBC like I was one night and you wake up to 6 watches ordered. And
yeah, well, see, the only good thing with the Watch Gang is that I'm not picking the watch, right? So I didn't pick this watch. This watch was just sent to me.
But that makes it worse, because then it's like a game.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like, what am I going to get this time?
What's next? It's like putting a quarter. You know what? Go get $10 in quarters. Go down to any supermarket, start feeding in those little gumball machines and just start getting every sticker, every football helmet you can get. You want that little thrill of you not knowing you're going to get? Go spend $10.
Yeah, like is it more about getting a watch, or is it more about the surprise of what watch you're going to get?
Yeah, what part of it are you enjoying more?
I think the part of not knowing which watch I'm going to get.
So it's not necessarily the watch. It could be a watch. It could be a bracelet. It could be a chain.
Well, no, it's only watches. It's only watches.
No, but I'm saying it could be anything. It's more the
you can do a $10.99 Luke rate.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's true.
Listen, I said this from the beginning when we talked about this. With something this expensive, because it's $100 every 3 months. It's I don't know. It is, but it isn't, right?
It is, but it isn't, right? Because when you think about it, $33 a month. Yeah, I know. Listen,
it is, but it isn't.
Right.
But it's like,
but the one benefit here is that his cost is controlled. So he's never going to spend more than $100 a quarter.
Right.
If he got into it and didn't have that, he could spend $100 one quarter. He can then go up to a $300 watch, a $500 watch, a $1,000 watch. Like here, it's controlled.
100%. But the again, if you want to keep growing your watch collection,
then
go nuts, man. Yeah. Go ham. It's just, you can buy just as nice watches, I feel, for less than $100 every 3 months.
Yeah.
I feel like you can, again, Invictus. You can go get go watch Shop NBC or whatever the fucking QVC or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You can find nice Invictus they're selling that are in the same level as what you're getting from Watch Gang at the tier you're at for like $29.99, $49.99.
Yeah.
Like they're out there, and Invicta makes great watches that are solidly built.
But then he doesn't get the surprise.
It's true. I don't get the surprise.
I feel like that. I feel like that's the bigger gain here for you.
I'll tell you what. You give me $100, I'll take a shit in the box every month. All right. I'll give you 3 boxes. I'll give you a box a month for $100 every 3 months. All right. You'll never know what color it's going to be. If it's going to be loose, if it's going to be soft. Because my stomach it's crazy, man. So
there might be a market out there for some people.
Well, you heard about it was on Pawn Stars again, because I'm a nerd and I watch that kind of shit. Some guy came in and sold them a can of elephant shit that he had bought at a zoo that was canning elephant shit and selling it as like a promotional gag gift.
Jesus Christ!
I think he got like $7 for a can of shit.
Yeah,
from a pawn shop.
And you know where he went with that money? Straight to the casino.
Doesn't matter. I would frame that $7 because I literally just sold shit for $7. Like, come on, that's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, it's hilarious. All right,
but that's like, what else we got? Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. We went too far into this watch world.
We always go too far into things. That should be a. That's what she said. Yeah,
that's what she said. So this weekend, this week, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's dad died.
Yeah, Rocky Johnson. Son of High Chief Peter Maivia.
Never easy.
That's his dad. That's not his dad. Rocky Johnson.
Rocky Johnson.
Yeah, I thought it was
Rock's dad.
No, I know he's the Rock's dad, but
Peter Maivia
High Chief Peter Maivia. That's his father-in-law. No.
Yeah. No, that was his grandfather, isn't it?
That's Rock's. Yeah, it's Rock's grandfather. Yes. I thought you said that was Rocky Johnson's father. I was like, no, that doesn't sound right.
That sucks, man.
Yeah. So apparently it was a. I guess he had.
Was he old? Was he sick?
He was 75. He had a massive clot that I guess gave him a heart attack.
Yeah, and I read he was reluctant to going to a doctor.
Yeah.
So hold on. How did The Rock not just physically lift up his father and carry him to the doctor?
Well, his father's pretty jacked too.
You're assuming that he's busy. Like, who knows what film or what he was doing at that time? It's not like he can, go
drop everything,
drive 5 minutes and go take his father to the doctor.
I don't know, man. Like, just the way I am is family always comes first. Like I could be The Rock filming Jumanji 3 in the middle of fucking the Congo.
Yeah, man, how would you know that your father didn't go to the doctor?
Yeah, if he doesn't tell you.
I didn't finish my sentence here, gentlemen. All right, can I finish the thought? And if I get a phone call about, my dad saying, "Hey, I'm not feeling good," even if it was just the flu, I'd probably be on a plane home to go check on him.
Sure, but that's not what happened here, though.
Yeah, but it just happened in the middle of the night. He went to sleep and woke up and
I guess boom. I don't know. You're
but
right.
Okay. I did hear some weird stories. I guess the funeral was today or yesterday. Some weird stories from like Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson, and
I saw that as a like a news feed camp. I didn't read it. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, like they got up to the podium to give some kind of speech, and like Vince McMahon made a comment that like the greatest thing that Rocky Johnson's ever done was marry The Rock's mom and have kids, and yeah, I see your face, and I'm like, yeah, I was like,
and
what
Pat Patterson was like cursing him out and like looking at him in the coffin and like talking shit about him.
Yeah, and then like people had to drag him off the stage. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
If The Rock is not part of AEW in like a week, he's a fucking idiot. What?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Vince McMahon.
Like, wow. That's fucking ballsy if you fucking do that shit.
Shit like that just pisses me off, man. Like, there are people that I hate. Like, I hate. You guys know some of them. One of them. And just hate people. And I still don't wish their parents dying on them.
Yeah.
Like, it's going through is the fucking worst thing in the world.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck you, McMahon. I don't watch wrestling, but I'm not watching it now anyway.
Yeah, I've given up on it a long time ago. It's just kind of BS crap.
It was BS crap when we were little kids, too.
No, it was BS.
It's always
been BS crap. It's just now it sucks even worse than it was before. I mean, like the whole.
You listen here, brother. I'm gonna take you out back.
The whole wrestling wars ratings war between AEW and WWE that's okay. That's pretty cool. But I haven't watched either of them. I haven't even kept up on the news or know what's going on or whatever. But I mean, it happens every once in a while.
I've been watching AEW. I haven't really been watching WWE anymore. Like I'll flick it on and I lose interest very quickly.
Very quick, right? Exactly. That's the whole point.
Well, I was watching a YouTube video or something, and they were saying that a lot of the problems too is that the WWE has been making really bad like business decisions. Like, I don't know the guy's name. There's apparently one of the actors who they were trying to make as their next like big hero star that the crowd just hates, and they like just straight up boo him, and he's supposed to be the good guy all the time. I don't know his fucking name.
It's probably Roman Reigns.
I'm an actor.
They're all actors. They're fucking come on.
I bet you it's probably Roman Reigns.
They're
that's it. Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's The Rock's cousin. Oh, he's an actor now.
Listen, they're actors. All right. But like Roman Reigns, like again, my knowledge is based off of this video I saw. But they tried to make him the next best thing, and no one wanted him. And they just kept pushing it down people's throats. That's not the way this shit works, man. You're entertainment.
Yeah. It's got to be organic.
Like, just keep... Like, think about the best people. Like, again, I'm going back to like when I was a kid, like the $1 Million Man, like, who else was back then? The Undertaker, who's still, I think, fucking wrestling, right? He's like 88 years old and he's still killing people.
No, he's only 50 something.
He's not.
I'm joking, guys. He's been around. He's like, in wrestling years, he's 117.
Yeah, no, that's true.
All right.
That's true.
He's 117 in wrestling years. 200 in football years. But so like, I don't even remember where I was going with this. I've lost my train of thought. Where was I?
I don't know where you're going with it.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you haven't heard this before, I'm a fucking idiot.
All right. Well, we can move on from it. I mean, we can circle back if you remember.
I remember. I'm not gonna fucking remember. Who are you kidding? Man,
So
His
Ray,
mind is halfway in Disney already.
yeah, seriously.
I've been in Disney for the last 3 weeks, guys.
So Ray, let us know, how was the Battleship?
That's
It was
right.
It was pretty cool, I guess. So for my oldest son is in Cub Scouts, and one of our field trips, overnight trips, was this past weekend. We went to Battleship, New Jersey, down in the great town of Camden for
City
Philip,
of Camden.
city, town, whatever. And
Best place in the world.
yeah,
It's not a borough.
I said the best
Continue.
place in the world.
Oh,
So down in Camden, they have it's the USS BB-62. It's a battleship from quite a few wars. World War II, it was in Vietnam.
is there a sub there too?
I don't know if there's a sub there. We weren't. If there was, we weren't on the sub. It was just the battleship. So there was about a group of, I think, 44 of us, and just in our pack that went. There were other packs. There were some from Virginia. There were some from all over. They did the overnight on the battleship.
Wait, how many kids were there?
No, kids and parents. So from our pack, it was about, I think, 21 kids. I think there was a parent with a kid.
And how many? Oh, that's just the people you brought. So there's about 40 people you brought from your troop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying there was 44 people on the whole boat. I'm like, Jesus Christ! What happened to Cub Scouts?
No, we were actually. It was a busy weekend because of the holiday.
Oh yeah, we used to do that too when I was in Cub Scouts and everything. I've camped on that battleship as well, and that's why I was saying, like, 44 kids. I'm like, that's 44 people. That's nothing. I'm like, that's like, okay.
Yeah, no, that was just our troop. Like, even they had to bring our troop to a different room from the mess hall for eating because they didn't have enough room. But,
Damn.
so yeah.
How many people altogether, you think?
Oh, it's a couple hundred.
Wow.
Yeah,
Easy.
It's a fun thing. I've done that. I've camped there. I've camped at Liberty State Park for weird places. I camped in the parking lot of my grammar school once.
That's
which
odd.
was just weird.
Yeah, that's odd.
So I went to a Catholic grammar school where the Cub Scout troop I was with was there too. So they used to do like the church would close off their parking lot and they would set up as a camp in the town almost. So they have, like, over here we'd be doing, we wouldn't do it in the city, but we're shooting guns over here and we're throwing axes over, like, all different like activity booths.
Gotcha.
And then you'd camp out in the town because it was cheaper and easier just to do it in fucking the city.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
So yeah, so the toughest or weirdest part for me was where we were sleeping.
Oh yeah, you sent me the picture.
Yeah, I sent you the page. Joe, you've done this before?
I have.
How did you sleep? Because you're a bigger guy than I am.
I was a child when I did this.
Oh, okay.
I was the Cub Scout when I did this. I was not I would not do it today, but continue.
Yeah, so you're in these, I guess you call them bunks. They're like three levels high. So you have the bottom bed, middle bed.
Yeah, you're in the barracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally, when I was laying there, anytime I moved my legs, I hit the bottom of the next bunk. Like, it's almost like the size of a coffin.
Oh,
Like the amount of room that you have. And I was thinking to myself, like, my grandfather was in the Navy. Like, he was well over 6 feet. Like, I don't get how some of these people, like in the sleeping, and then also, like, just for my height, like, I'm barely 5'10", and I was just clearing some of, like, the doorways and the shit that, from the ceiling. Like, these taller guys, like, they had to be crouching, like,
all the time.
There's a couple reasons for that, right? One, the ship was built in what year? people were shorter. So that's just
40, I think 43.
Go walk in the building from the 40s and the doors are just as short. You know, like they just didn't, the codes were different, everything. They also make those doors intentionally smaller because the smaller they are, the less likely they would be to burst if they had to close them. So that they also, fun fact, you know those like a winter hat that has a little ball on top of it?
Yeah.
The decorative little puff ball?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was started as a Navy hat as a way of protecting their heads when they're going through the bulkheads. So if they whack their head, the little puff ball will hopefully give them some padding and protect them from really hurting themselves.
That's kind of funny.
That's where it came from. That little decorative piece you see all the chicks wearing to look cute. It was so you wouldn't have a concussion while you were running through the halls.
That's funny.
Yep.
Yeah, so they wouldn't let the kids sleep on the top because of the risk of them falling, and the floor was 6 inches thick of forced steel. So I made him sleep on the bottom. I slept in the middle. I don't think there were too many people that actually slept on top, but it was fun. Like they had like the different activities. Like we built rockets with the kids. They gave us a guided tour. The first night, or the first day that we were there. The food was just basic chum food. They had like chicken fingers and macaroni. The tours were interesting. I think the tours were really more like, I mean, some of the visual stuff was cool for the kids, but like the way they were explaining things, like it's tough for a 6-year-old to, you know, get value out of that. I think so anyway.
Yeah.
One of the interesting things that they said, when this was built, the BB-62, it was built during war, so they said about 40 to 50% of the battleship was built by women, which is interesting, I thought.
That's why the doors are so short.
But and Ramsey has just been canceled because he just Me Too'd somebody. And I've just
that's not a Me Too thing.
I know it's not, but we've gotten to the point where I can make a joke about saying Me Too'd, and I'm happy about that because it means we're healing.
Well, we hope.
It does. We have to. It's just too much.
So, all right. So you guys had a good time then, right?
It was a good time. Yeah, I would do it again.
There's a lot of cool places to camp though. So make sure you're talking to your troop and you're suggesting other ones. I think we did the Battleship like 3 years in a row, and while it's cool, I would have rather been in West Point seeing that. I would have rather been at I've never been in Gettysburg.
This is the first time that I think our troop did this.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that I've only been doing this a couple months with my son. So like, it'd be cool. Like when my other son is old enough to start going to this, if they went back to, if they did another sleepover for this, cause then he would get to experience it. Like to do but to do it year after year. Like
was this your son's first camping trip?
No, we had an actual camp. We had where the hell did we go? I forgot, but we had a camp. We had an actual camp.
Has he camped without you yet, or has he only camped with you?
No, he's only camped with me so far.
I remember when I was in Scouts, they used to do when you went from like Cub Scouts to Weeblos, because that was when you would start camping by yourself. Weeblos, your parents weren't like required to come with you on the trips anymore. So they used to, my troop used to, excuse me, they used to take one night, like a Friday night in like September, and they would basically have a lock-in at the school, and they would just go and you get to the school, you go to the gym, and you would just set up all your tents, and you basically camp in the school for the night. And it was a way to test out how the kids are going to do without their parents. But if you freak out, you're only a 5-minute drive to the school away, as opposed to a 2-hour drive to Rockaway or Rock Hill or wherever the fuck the camp is to go get the kid. Mm-hmm. You know, so just think about that when your kid's getting old enough. Make sure he's okay, camping by himself. Maybe try this out with.
Oh yeah, because if I asked him now if he wanted to camp by himself, he'd be like, "Sure, yeah," and then that night he'd be like,
"Nope, never mind."
Yeah. So when are you coming to get me?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it, because I just know that's how kids are. So
that's funny.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, glad you guys had a good time. All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and
thank you.
We'll catch back up with you when we get back.
Comment, give us feedback, tell us what you think about us doing some live shows, what you think. Give us ideas for guests. If you want to be a guest, reach out. We don't give a shit if you pick up shit or you just take
or
shit.
Sell it or buy it.
Yeah. As long as it has to do with shit. That's what we want to make the main thing. All right.
Oh, and one thing before we go. Check out our new logo.
Yes.
Yes.
That will be debuting whenever this episode goes live. Let us know what you think.
Yes. And I'm sorry again that I made like 1,700 suggestions and critiques and changes.
Nope. But that's okay.
Again, it's just that's my marketing side coming out of me. I'm like, so, I like it. I want to make it better.
With that being said, if you don't like it, blame Joe.
Yeah, I'm the asshole. I'm always the asshole. It's okay. I'm used to it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch back up with you when we get back.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.